3rd of June, Saturday, and it is 19 minutes past 1 in the afternoon. Here's my latest video blog, number 43, and I've got a couple of things I want to talk about today. One is about developing national cryptocurrencies, and I've got a little bit of an article here from CoinDesk, which is sort of flowing on from everything that I've been talking about in the last week or so, and a lot of my other videos in regards to where I see this entire blockchain technology and all these cryptocurrencies going, and where the energy of our focus is going to lie. But before I go into that, I just want to have a quick little market review. I think that's always nice to do. I keep staring at this thing every day. I've got Blockfolio on my phone, and I love watching the markets and seeing how it can evolve so quickly, and there just seems to be so much energy in this whole space at the moment. Now, it looks like that this weekend there's a bit of a surge going on with a lot of different coins, and again, you know, everyone's different. They've got their own portfolio, so I can only pretty much relate to my own, and it is pretty exciting. I'm watching quite a few coins surge forward, and you know, you're always mindful. It's always very exciting, but you sort of know that there's going to be a correction at some stage. But you know, the reality is of this crypto sector, it's early. Every day there's certain sectors of the corporate world and even some mainstream are flowing into this whole sector. And I know that I was having a conversation in one of the telegrams, they're talking about the backlog of people actually signing up for things like CoinDesk and trying to get onto the exchanges. They're just overloaded with new subscriptions and new new memberships, if you want to call it that. So people signing up and doing all their paperwork, and I think they're inundated with new interest, which is exciting times, and I think that's just going to exponential, if not increase over the next 3, 4, 5 months, and we're going to see a lot of these cryptocurrencies just be inflated purely based on hype and excitement of being in such a new industry. You've got to remember, cryptocurrencies haven't been around before, and being able to trade in this format is for a lot of people, it's actually quite enjoyable and whatnot, and just learning all about what blockchain means for us as a society and as a species, I suppose. So everything's moving. Digibyte was the other one I wanted to. I keep talking about Digibyte, but I'm just running on instincts here, and it's not about telling you to go and invest in it. It's just something that I've been following, and I'm in their groups. And you know, today Digibyte is on the top of the charts at Bittrex, and I think it was second in Polynex, and you know, that's amazing in regards to overall volume. And I've been watching Digibyte for the last it would be at least 4, 5, 6 months, if not more. But in regards to on the markets, it was sitting around about 1,000 Bitcoin a day, and today it's sitting at 6,100. At one stage, Ripple was at the top, very similar sort of numbers with I think it's Stratus as well. So you know, there's quite a lot of volume. There's a top 8, top 9, and even some of the minnow cryptos are also getting a lot of volume, which shows that people, you know, there's a lot of traders and pump groups and things like that. But the growth seems really strong and really steady, which is a good sign in a lot of ways, because what happens is the price or the new level of the particular entity is going to be increased, and even if there is a correction and a bit of a pullback, what's going to happen is you'll find that the price will settle at a new level, which is always a really good thing. Just pull my head back there, looking at the screen, sorry about that. Obviously the volume's really picking up in the whole crypto space. So you know, if you're ever interested in trying to check out what's right for you and learning a little bit more about coins, always look at volume and get a feel for what people are interested in. But you've got to look a little bit further than that. There's no doubt there's a lot of development, a lot of news coming out in regards to where and what these coins are going to be doing over the next year or so to legitimise themselves, and I think that's going to be the difference from now. So make sure that you do your research on what these coins are actually doing. You know, I think just the cryptocurrencies that are just, you know, got the wallet and just sitting there hoping that people will speculate probably will do okay. You probably get a 10 times gain. And, I mean, that's the reality of this. It's such an early door. It's the early stages of this whole thing, and you're going to find that some of these cryptocurrencies will do well regardless of their business plan. However, that's not going to be a long-term sustainable vision for any of them, and you'll find that there will be a correction in regards to how people will invest their money in the future. So, yeah, very exciting times on the markets. But getting back to this article on CoinDesk, we've got Bank of Russia. It's time to develop national cryptocurrencies. How do I feel about this? Look, at the moment, you could almost say we're digital right now. I mean, we put our money into the bank, we don't really see it. There's a figure on the screen, and we use our ATM cards, and we have a unit of exchange with the entities that we choose to interact with, and that's pretty much how it is. It's already digital, but I suppose having some cash in the wallet is always nice, and it is a different way of trading. Now they're going to try to push and move away from cashless society, because to a cashless society, I believe. Only because they can control everything. Then I think there won't be any backdoor trading, and you won't be able to trade with a unit of exchange with your mates and things like that. And until there's a black market or someone comes up with their own currency, I can see that happening. People will come up with their own fiat currency, as long as it's not counterfeit of an existing fiat currency. I think it's actually legal. It's like anything. Any currency is legal if people have faith in it. I mean, look at these cryptocurrencies that are taken off. So in regards to the national cryptocurrencies, will there be a ruble? Will the USD exchange or move to the blockchain? And pretty much that's the difference between the existing infrastructure and what we're looking at in the future, is whether or not it will be on the blockchain or not. And we know that the blockchain offers so much more transparency, and the transaction speeds and all of that is quite clear. So I personally am a bit over the old statist type of ideology. I mean, I come from Australia. I'm a fairly proud Australian, but I'm moving away from a statist type of attitude. I mean, I live in a multicultural country, and a lot of my friends are from different aspects from around the world, and I don't even think about nationalism really much anymore. It's all good and well to support your favourite team, and we get attracted to colours and things like that, and we support these entities for a little bit of emotion, and I think that's a natural aspect of life. But I want to move away from this national currency, and I like the idea of these independent free market cryptocurrencies, like BitShares, Steam, Digibyte, any of these particular cryptocurrencies. So Dash Cash and those type of ones are going to come in. I like that. I feel like it's a lot more independent. I feel like I've got a level of choice. I think I can exchange with these companies a little bit more non-aggressive. I don't feel like I'm being a part of this corrupt system. It's a choice that I feel that I would like to have, and I think competition is good in regards to this free market. So, there's got to be a unit of exchange. Do we have a Russian ruble, so we exchange our Dash to ruble? But where does that come in? Like, why bother? Why do we need a ruble if we've got a Dash? If we've got Digibytes and we've got Steam, if I want to exchange with someone a particular cryptocurrency, I should just be able to do that with the existing cryptocurrency. So why do we have to even have national cryptocurrencies? And maybe this is what the New World Order was all about. They wanted to have a one world coin, or something. I mean, we've already got that sort of to a degree. Is that Bitcoin, or is that going to be the one that we keep talking about? I mean, that seems to be the peg to these other cryptocurrencies, but what's going to happen in the future? I'm not too sure. However, at the end of the day, I think that the people who control our existing fiat currency are not going to necessarily be very happy about losing control of the corrupt system that they're so well used to having. I mean, there's no doubt they've milked the entire world, and they've bankrupted all these countries. If people don't understand the war machine, that's what it's all about. Welcome to debt and Keynesian economics. It just doesn't work. So Yeah, I'd like to know what other people think about this in regards to the national cryptocurrencies. I'm not going to necessarily read out this particular article. There's just one little bit they reckon that it will take 7 to 10 years to work out. So, I mean, that's a long time, and I think there's the legislative paper trail on all this cryptocurrency stuff must be huge. In Congress and all of this, there'll be so many discussions and arguments, and I don't think they have a clue what they're going to do. It seems like this is evolving so quickly. They may have had an initial plan, but the thing is, people are coming out with their own ideals in regards to where cryptocurrencies are going to lead our society, and I think that the big boys are going to struggle to try to narrow that down, especially if the free market, as it already is expanding so quickly. Is the Fed going to come out with a Fed coin? I can't see anyone relating to that. If the government comes in and says, "Oh, we've got our own coin, come and support it," do you think people are going to do it? Look at the attitude that people have with Ripple. The bankers' coin. Even though I think Ripple is an independent crypto, I think it's just picked up a little bit of a bad name, and here I am regurgitating some of that, and I think that's all that's happened. Even though I must admit I took out and sold all my Ripple. I had a pretty good stack, but I got out around about 42 Australian cents, and that was about 4 or 5 weeks ago. It was 2 weeks ago, and it was about 4 hours before we had that collapse. So I was actually pretty happy about that, and I moved it into some of my other decentralized options that I feel a little bit more morally connected to. Plus, I just didn't like the Ripple interface, actually. That was the main thing. I had troubles moving stuff out, and they actually lost some of my Uyghur coins overnight, and then they did appear the next day, and they apologised, and I'm like, well, if this is a natural blockchain transaction, there was obviously something a bit askew there, so I got out. But I'm not saying that you need to do that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just sharing that little bit of info with you. But again, I'm rambling on a little bit, so I apologise for that. I'm going to leave it there. Let me know what you think about national cryptocurrencies and whether or not that's going to work with these other decentralised brands. Personally, I don't think I want it. I want to move away from it. I want to have a fresh start. I want to choose who I want to deal with. I want to build the contractual agreement in a sense with the companies that I so choose to deal with. So let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, guys, and tune into the next